So, proceeding with the rest of the evening, I would like to welcome our next very dignified speaker of the evening. I request Mr. T.R. Ganesh to please come on the dais and take his place. Have a very, very huge round of applause. So, Mr. T.R. Ganesh was senior faculty in Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, Ramakrishna Math, Domagura. And he is also a visiting faculty in the IGNOU Institute of Public Enterprises, Osmania University, Engineering Colleges, and Management Schools. He has addressed more than 35,000 students of engineering colleges, business schools, and associated as faculty for the programs organized by BHEL, PowerGrid, NTPC, NMDC, Nagarjuna Group of Companies, in fact ISRO, and many other more prestigious organizations. He is identified as a value mentor for implementation of value education program by CBSE schools in Hyderabad. He's a very, very distinguished speaker, and he educates students like us, and we are his favorite. Let me assure you that once when we get to hear his words, you'll realize the love, the affection he carries for building humanity and for making this place a better world. So I please welcome sir with this small bouquet. What is the difference between value and price? Value is much more expensive than price. Value of education is knowledge. Value of knowledge is integrity. Value of integrity is humanity. And value of humanity is the truth of this universe. Sukharti tyajate vidyam, vidyarthi tyajate sukham. Sukhartinah kuto vidya, kuto vidyartinah sukham. This means that when you run after luxuries, you cannot gain knowledge. When you are a student, you have to leave luxuries. Because a person who gathers wealth will miss out on the knowledge. And a person who wants to gather knowledge has to take up the penance and miss out on the wealth. With these few words, I request our speaker of the evening to kindly take up the session further. Welcome you, sir.
Om Sahana Bhavadu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamattuma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, that should be the response. I am from Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. Your earlier speaker was telling that we want an excellent manager, not good manager or better manager or best manager. We want excellence. Human excellence, that is very important. You see, we have got managerial excellence, we have got HR excellence, we have got financial excellence. But what we require is human excellence. Human excellence. Martin Luther King, he has defined the human excellence in a very nice way. What he says, if you want to sweep your room, sweep like poem of William Shakespeare, sweep like music of Beethoven, sweep like painting of Angelo. You sweep your room in such a way, angels in the heaven shall pour petals on you and will proclaim, here is the best sweeper in the world. That is what human excellence. That is what human excellence. We are for that. We are for that. Okay, respected Mishraji, faculty members and my dear students. My name is Ganesh. I started my career with Ramakrishna Math. I studied from class 1 to class 11 in Ramakrishna Math, Chennai. Afterwards, management education and all, then finally I retired as General Manager HR from NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation. 1/4 of our home that is being led by NTPC. That is our organization. So I retired as General Manager HR. Then I thought having started my career in Ramakrishna Mutt, I can end my career in Ramakrishna Mutt. So I joined Ramakrishna Mutt. Now I am the senior faculty, and I am addressing the students, executives, and all. Okay, this is a service which I am doing. First of all, we should be grateful to Lord Almighty for three things. One, for having taken birth as a human being. It's a great privilege, great privilege. There are more than 84 lakhs of species in this universe, 84 lakhs. And we have been bestowed with the privilege of having taken birth as a human being. It's a first privilege. Second, that too in India, Bharat. We have given a lot to this universe. Zero, concept of zero, Aryabhatta. Sanskrit is mother of most of the European languages. See, Lufthansa Airways, German Airways. Lufthansa is a Sanskrit word. Lufta, flying. Hansa is swan, flying swan. When people were roaming around in forests without any civilization or culture, we have opened 2 universities, Takshashila and Nalanda. More than 1,000 students from various parts of the universe, they came and got educated. More than 60 subjects were taught in those days. These are the excellent thing which we, and Albert Einstein, great scientist, what he says, we owe a lot to Indians who taught us to count, without which no scientific invention could have been possible. This is what he is saying. Mark Twain, the great German scholar, what he says, India is the cradle of human race, mother of human speech, grandmother of civics, values and moral. This is what he says. It's a great privilege having taken birth in this great country. Swami Vivekananda, you must be knowing. Okay, he lived only for 39 years. Active part is 30 to 39 years. That is 9 years only he lived. In these 9 years, he conquered the entire world. You see, he was telling about values. You see, value, Swami Vivekananda, what is it? Value doesn't have any value unless until you value it. You are all going to become excellent HR managers, financial managers. But, so values, that is very important. Very important. Swami Vivekananda is a great patriot. Mother India, he lived for our younger generation. Education, what he says about education, education is the manifestation of perfection which is already within you. You are all perfect. Gold, diamond, everything is hidden within you. You have to only manifest. Everything is there. I want that education through which character is formed. I want that education through which strength of mind is increased. I want that education through which intellect is expanded. I want that education through which one can stand on one's own feet. That's what Swami Vivekananda said. You see, character, he emphasized a lot on character. That is very important. Swami Vivekananda was walking through the streets of America. Some American boys, they came and sarcastically asked, Swamiji, you look at us, we are looking like a gentleman with a suit, boot, coat and all. Swami Vivekananda, you must know, he used to have a turban and all those things. He said, why can't you become a gentleman like us? You know what he said? My dear brothers, in your country, gentlemen are defined by the dress, whereas in our country, character defines a gentleman. Character. This is what he says. In your country, gentlemen are being made by the trailers. In our country, character makes a gentleman. This is what he says. This is what character is very important. You see, this is, and we are in this country where people like Swami Vivekananda, Ramana Rishi, monks and various saints, they have born and lived. It's the second privilege. Third, you are with a great institution, IPE, Institute of Public Enterprises, under the able guidance of Dr. Mishra and his faculty members. I know Dr. Mishra for over 20 years, and he is as young as ever. Before 20 years I saw him like this, now also he is like this. Excellent teacher. So you are all really 3 privileges you are going to have. So kindly encash it. You see, Swami Vivekananda, as I told you, and today is excellent day. Today is an excellent day. You see, today, 4th July 1902, Swami Vivekananda left the body and, drove to abode. Today is his death anniversary. So, the great, and Mother India has lost a great son. He lived for our country, he lived for, youngsters like you. He doesn't bother about any other thing. Younger generation, because you are having a lot of responsibilities. You are going to shoulder the responsibility of taking our Mother India to the glory. You are going to do it. About the younger generation, Swami Vivekananda is having a lot of hopes. You know what he says? Great enterprise, boundless courage, tremendous energy, above all, perfect obedience. These are the only traits that will take you to glory. He is saying this. Mother India. You see, you are going home and your mother is crying, weeping. What you will do? Throw the bag and go to internet, WhatsApp and all those things? No. What you will say then? You will go to her and say, why you are weeping? What is the problem? Can I take you to the doctor? What is the thing? You will definitely ask, now Mother India is in that condition. 1000 kg pain, 1000 kilograms of pain Mother India is having. Multiply it with 36, not 34 or 35 or 37, 36. 36,000 kilos of pain she is having. Why 36? We have got 29 states and 7 union territory. All put together is Mother India. So it is in your hand. Okay. So you have to, you see, one day, NIT Surathkal, one student, final year student, engineering student, brilliant student, got gold medal. His name is Mohanto. At 11:30, he passed out and he has received an offer from Microsoft, 12-year contract for 10-digit salary per month. He is ready to go next week. At 11:30, he got a call. He said, my dear Mohanto, I know that you are going to join Microsoft. Congratulations, God bless you, do well. But I am having a small request. You can either say yes or no. Both I will take, no problem. But you have to reply me. Then Mohanto said, what is your request? He said, can you serve 2 years for our country, Mother India? 2 years. Can you sacrifice your 2 years for our Mother India? The person who called him was none other than Dr. Abdul Kalam. 11:30. This boy is completely shocked. He don't know what to do. Next week he has to fly. But Microsoft, 12-year contract, 10 digit salary. See, he was in a complete dilemma, what to do. President is asking what to do. Then he contacted his professor, he contacted all HODs, he contacted his friends, everything he did. Then finally he contacted his mother. And she is unpad, she is illiterate. She is somewhere in Orissa, in some village. She said, Ma, I have got a call like this from Dr. Abdul Kalam, who is the president of our country. So he says that he wants to have 2 years in our country. He wants me to work. So what is your suggestion? You know what she said? Bete, God is calling you. खुदा ने तुम्हें बोला है, भगवान ने तुम्हें बुला रहा है. Don't go. Be here. She is unpad, but she is more educated than every one of us because she knows what is the purpose for which Abdul Kalam is asking. Then this person said yes. He telephoned to Dr. Abdul Kalam, yes sir. Then he gave one telephone number, Dr. Anil Gupta, professor in Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad. You just talk to him tomorrow. You now take rest, sleep. Then next day he spoken to him. He said, you please come to Gujarat. He went there. Then, to cut short, now for the past 10 years, he is in India and he is the principal advisor to the Vice Chancellor of Gujarat Technological University. He has not crossed the roads of India. He is doing excellent. He is having a lot of modules he prepared for engineers. And what Sir was telling, he is preparing excellent engineers who are serving in villages of India. This is what. The same, like Swami Vivekananda, Dr. Abdul Kalam. 2 years he wanted, but now it is going to be his 10th year. And still Microsoft is holding his appointment. Still they are waiting. This is what required. This is not required. Do something for our great nation. Okay. And you see, so you must be knowing Swamiji's speech in, Parliament, Religion of Parliaments, Chicago. What is the 5 words he uttered? Swami Vivekananda conquered the world through these 5 words. What is this? Sisters and brothers of America. You see, continuous clapping. No one had this kind of ovation, standing ovation. 2 seconds continuous clapping. The American president those days, what he told, Columbus discovered the soil of America, whereas Swami Vivekananda discovered the soul of America. This is what Swami Vivekananda. You see, he has got great respect for the nation. My topic today, even though I am from HR, my topics are performance management system. I am the performance appraisal, originator in NTPC, and IR, employees relation. These are all my topic. But now my focus is, because you are all going to, like Swami Vivekananda, he is looking for you. You have to take your mother to the glory. This is the thing. For that, you should have character. 130 years ago, he has prescribed an excellent formula. You see, what he has said, 2C, 2D concept. 2C, concentration, conviction. 2D, devotion and determination. These are the 4 pillars. That's what he is saying. And your basement is character. If that basement is excellent, then building is bound to be excellent. Okay, and here you are doing your program. Concentration is very much, and now we have got a lot of diversion. Now students, I was addressing in one college, JNTU, orientation program for engineers. Now, students, they have lost self-confidence. No self-confidence, they have got only self-confidence. If cell is there, everything is there. You see, Albert Einstein, what he says, I foresee a future where machines will be controlling the minds of human beings, and I see a society of robots and idiots. Don't get angry on me. Get angry on Albert Einstein. He is saying, you see, everything. And we don't know the telephone number of our residents. Landline, if is there, we don't know the number. We have to see here. Self-confidence is gone. Self-confidence. You see, that is what you should have. Courageousness, righteousness. These are all the very, very important thing. And one more thing. You see, when you concentrate, we must have read Mahabharata. How Arjuna just shooting the arrow on the eye of the fish. Concentration. Second is conviction. Swami Vivekananda, what he says, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. See, conviction. I will become good manager. I will become IAS officer. I will become chartered accountant. Conviction should be there. Conviction. One small example I can give you. Have you heard of Arunima Sinha? I'll tell you. She is a national volleyball player. She is playing for our country. One day she was traveling from Bareilly to Lucknow by train. At about midnight, 4 robbers, they entered in the train. They were looting the passenger. She, being a sports girl, she just jumped and started fighting with the robbers. Then robbers felt, if we allow this, then all passengers will join and we will be nowhere. So what they did, they caught hold of Arunima Sinha's hand and leg, opened the door and threw her out. Arunima Sinha was thrown out from the running train. unfortunately for her, she fell on the other track, and one more train was coming. So that train, her left leg completely crashed. Completely crashed. Midnight, she was, bleeding, crying with a lot of pain, backbone fracture, head injury and all. But who will be there in the midnight? At about 4 o'clock, these villagers came and saw the girl, and her left leg was hanging. They got one gunny bag, put the girl on that, and went to the village hospital. Village said, no, this is a very small hospital. We don't have anything to treat this. You go to Bareilly. Then she was taken to Bareilly. Doctors, they saw the thing. They gave some first aid, and they said, no, the condition is very serious. She has to flown to All India Institute of Medical Science, Delhi. Then she was flown there. Doctors saw the thing. Gangrene was passing through the body. So they said, we don't have any other option. We have to cut her left leg. So left leg was amputated, completely gone. Then she was in ICU for 15-20 days. Afterwards, she got consciousness. Then she was trying to move the leg. It was not moving. Then she called doctor. Doctor Sahab, my leg is not moving. Then doctor, where is your leg? We have amputated. We have cut it off. Then she got into depression. Not why depression? Because the leg is gone. It is not that. She cannot do anything for the country. She cannot play for the country. That was her depression. Then one day, someone like me was going through the hospital seeing the patient, and that person went to Arunima Sinha and gave one book of Swami Vivekananda, written in Hindi because she cannot read English. And they said that, Bete, whatever happened is happened, you read this book, you will get some kind of solace to your depression. Then she started reading first page, second page. She got a lot of motivation, inspiration, and she got a lot of courageousness. She finished the book, and one day she called doctor. Doctor Sahab, please come. Yes, what do you want? I want artificial leg immediately. He said, doctor said, yes, we are going to give you artificial leg. Why immediately? No, I don't. I want immediately. Why immediately? We are going to give. You know what she said? I want to show these robbers after 1 year who I am. I want to show this nation who I am. I want to climb Mount Everest. Doctors felt with this accident, leg is also gone and this is also gone. So they called psychiatrists. They came and said, check it out. No, she is thoroughly fine, and give her whatever she wants. Then artificial leg was fitted. To cut short the story. And after few days from hospital, she went direct to the coach. She has not gone home. She said, Coach Sahab, you please teach me how to walk. Teach me how to run. Teach me how to climb. I want to climb Mount Everest. 16 hours of vigorous practice. She came to Ramakrishna Math. I took her to various colleges. She addressed the students. Excellent speaker in Hindi. I translated in English. Hindi. Excellent speaker. Then, 16 hours of practice. And when the artificial leg is fitted into the thigh, when you put pressure, blood will be oozing out and heavy pain. You have to remove the artificial leg, put the gel, and again refix it. She was keeping on doing this. And, Tata Iron Steel Company, Tisco, they came to know about this, and they said that, Bete, you have your mountaineering, and we are sponsoring your team. 14 members team was formed, and she was the only girl, and they started climbing. And the persons along with her, they said she is climbing Mount Everest as if it's a staircase. That was conviction. I will climb Mount Everest. Then she was going on 26th May 2013. This accident happened, and 29th May 2014, she was on the top of Mount Everest. She was carrying 3 things. One is Swami Vivekananda book, which she was studying, and one Shiv idol and our national flag. She put Swami Vivekananda's book on the Mount Everest and said, Swamiji, because of you I got motivation. Because of you I got inspiration. Because of you I am here. Thank you very much. Then she put the Shiv idol, prayed for some time, and she unfurled the national flag and said, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. This is what Arunima Sinha. This is not conviction. Example for conviction. You see, and while she was going, her oxygen cylinder was giving a beep, red signal. That is, your oxygen is going to go out. Okay, then people said that better you don't go up. Even if you go up, you cannot come back because you will die. Then what she said, when I was lying down in the railway track of Raebareli, I cried for God, God, take my life. I don't want to live. I'm having a lot of pain. Take my life, but He has not taken my life. But now, at this time, I will not allow Him to take my life. That is what Arunima Sinha. And fortunately for her, one English person was going up because of chillness, he frozen, died, and his oxygen cylinder was full. His oxygen cylinder was full. So she took that. So God will help those who help themselves first. First step should be yours. Then only God will come and help you. This is a conviction, example for conviction. Conviction. Okay. So a lot of people are there in our country. A lot of people have done. One Kalyana Sundaram. Have you heard of him? Go to Google and find. Kalyana Sundaram. He is the best example for service to Mother India. He is a librarian in a college in Tirunelveli in Tamil Nadu. Okay. What he does for 33 years, he has not married, and every month's salary, he will donate to one orphanage. He will donate to orphanage. Then he will live in that orphanage along with the children, and he will teach mathematics, science and all to those children. 33 years continuously he was doing it. Not even single paisa he has taken. Everything he has donated to orphanages in Tamil Nadu. Everything. And he retired. After that, all the retirement benefit also he has given it to all the orphanages. So this is what happening. But one day he got one person from American embassy. He went and met him. He said that we are from embassy, and now President of America would like to invite you for a award ceremony. We are going to declare you as Man of Millennium. Man of Millennium. He went there, and he got the award of 30 crores rupees. 30 crores. Man of the Millennium Award, 30 crores. And another title which he has got is the Best Heroes of the World. He is one of the best heroes of the world. Then after coming to Chennai, he has not gone anywhere. He has gone to State Bank of India, put that amount, and 30 crores and 1 crore each to all the orphanages he has given. You see, Mahanubhav, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. This is what Mother India wants. This is what Mother India wants. See, he is not bothered about any appreciation or anything. He has done because of his love towards to our country. This is what, appreciation or no appreciation. Swami Vivekananda very nicely is saying, appreciation or no appreciation. I am born to organize these young men and women, to send them like untiring waves throughout the country, wiping the tears of widows, feeding the mouth of orphans, making Mother India happy once again. I dedicate my life for this. Either I will do or die. This is what Swami Vivekananda. You see, that is what he is. He is having a lot of faith on younger generation. You see, Kanyakumari, a rock. You see, why I am talking about Swami Vivekananda is today is the apt day. We have lost, Mother India has lost that one son, great son, on this day only, in 1902. He has, in fact, I wanted to speak to you on a topic called Your Transformation Can Transform the Nation. But today, since Vivekananda's death anniversary, I want to give more of Vivekananda. You may be knowing something, you may not be knowing. But if you know it, get it refreshed. If you don't know, get it. That's all. Okay. This is what Swami Vivekananda. He comes out of the meditation from Kanyakumari rock. What he says, this is my India, India will never die. If India dies, the world will perish, because India is eternal India, Amar Bharat. That is what he is saying, Amar Bharat. You see, what a great thing. And, he has got great respect for womanhood and motherhood. Great respect, great. See, one day he was walking through the streets of America. Some American girls, they came and just laughingly asked Swamiji, Swamiji, we were told that in your country, when girls are born, they are being thrown to the mouth of the crocodile. Is it correct or not? Swamiji said, sisters, you are completely wrong. We worship motherhood, we worship womanhood. Right from Kashmir up to Kanyakumari, we have got goddess to worship. Above all, our country is known as Mother India, Bharat Ma. Mother India, Bharat Ma. You see, Tendulkar, what he says, when he got this award, I dedicate this award to entire mothers of my nation. That is what, who has asked him? It's a value, it's ethics, moral, character. These are the things. Okay, so this is what Swami Vivekananda. And he says, in our country, every woman is being regarded as the embodiment of divinity. Then only every son and daughter will have peace and prosperity. This is what he says. This is what he says. Excellent, excellent. Then, you say devotion. Devotion is a very important thing. So, and determination. Conviction is what? Conviction is conceptual part. Determination in putting it into action. This is what, four pillars of the life. Four pillars of the life. You see, and Swami Vivekananda, he was having a session in Detroit, US. In Detroit those days, one millionaire was there. His name was McLeod. He was a millionaire those days. Okay, he was having a daughter, 25 years old. She was having everything, but depressed, completely dejected, depressed, because, you must be knowing an inner winner and outer winner. She was not having inner winner. She was having only outer winner. So she was completely fed up with the life. Then one day, her friend came and said, sister, there is one monk from India, Swami Vivekananda. He has come and he is addressing the groups. His speech was excellent, motivational and inspirational. You will get some solace to your depression. Next day she came to the auditorium, millionaire daughter, first row, seated. What she says, when Swami Vivekananda is coming out of the dressing room, she saw only a bright light coming. No human being. First sentence, Swami Vivekananda talked about Satyam. Second sentence, truth. He finished his speech with Satyam and truth of life. This girl got overwhelmed, enjoyed. She went to Swami Vivekananda after the speech and said, Swamiji, I am completely impressed by your speech. I want to do something for you. She thought Swami Vivekananda will ask for some few dollars so that he can take it to India and give it to those who are in need. But Swamiji turned to her, smiled at her and said, my dear sister, if you want to do something for me, love India. That's all. Love India. Afterwards, just he went. After that, this girl came to India, spent 6 months in India, learning about our ethics, moral, character, values. Another 6 months, she will go around the world and tell the universe about our country. This is what Swami Vivekananda. He lived only for 39 years. Excellent visionary. When he came back to Chennai from Chicago, there was a great reception. Till the time he went to US, nobody knows about Narendra. He was known only as Narendra, not Swami Vivekananda. Only after he went, that's what unfortunate part with us. We can't, give appreciation to others. We want appreciation. If I talk, everybody should clap. If somebody talks, I will not clap. This is what? You see, we were not knowing about Swami Vivekananda. Only after he returns from Chicago, there was a grand reception in Madras, and people say, Swamiji, why can't you join our freedom movement? You can get our independence within a month. Swamiji said, why within a month? I can get you independence, freedom within a week. But this is not the correct time for us. You see how we are treating our downtrodden, how we are treating our womanhood, how our villages are there. it is not time for us to get freedom. You see, this he told in 1897. But what he said, I am seeing after 50 years, we are going to get a freedom and we are going to march towards independence. So 1897, 50 years, 1947, India got freedom. You see, visionary. You see, exactly 50 years. So he lived for our country. He lived for our country. And especially for downtrodden. And you know, what he says that younger generation, they should not limit with what they study. That is why today I have chosen this. I am not talking anything about your MBA program. So all these things you can get it. Your professors are there, but the things which Swami Vivekananda is telling that you may not be getting it. And my only request is, I request Dr. Mishra, kindly come to Ramakrishna Math in our Damalguda. We are here only, and excellent environment. Swami Bodhamayananda is the director of Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence. You go to Google, and excellent talk he gives. Lot of monks are there. Come there. Yoga, meditation, everything we are doing it. Okay, yoga. You see, this is another pathetic thing. Somebody from West coming and telling you do yoga, you do meditation, is good for health. Patanjali was with us. We are completely forgotten. Completely forgotten. We are busy in exporting all good things and importing all unwanted things. Pizza burger culture. Fast food, no digestion. You see, come to Ramakrishna Math, and we have trained more than 13 lakhs of students. 13 lakhs. You see, students, they come to our mat as a raw material. We grind them, groom them, and we are sending them out as a glittering diamond. We always concentrate on process. If your process is good, product is bound to be good. Come to Ramakrishna Math. Kindly bring them, sir. We have got a one-day program on personality development. Okay, so you can just attend it, and you will get lot of things. Above all, you will get one spark. You can do, I will do, I can do, I shall do. You see, in our main problem here is, I am the counselor for students also. Last week, one person came along with his grandson, BTech final year. He was doing excellent till third year. Then first semester of fourth year, he is down. Why? Because he is drug addiction. You see, I told that boy, "Arey yaar, your grandfather is holding your hand and coming to me. It is a reverse. Should be a reverse. You should hold your grandfather and take him to the doctor. What is this? This is what? Distraction. You see, what is Vivekanandam? Power of discrimination. You see, just take good and omit bad. This is what power of discrimination. You see, you put, sugar in the earth, or ant will come and eat all the sugar. You mix the mud with the sugar and put it, ant will take only sugar. It will not eat mud. It has not gone to IIT or BHU. Power of discrimination. That is what required. That is, you see, as your earlier speaker was pointing out, you have to manifest, participate in everything and anything. Participation is a must. Once you go on participating, you will definitely, one day will come, you will definitely be a leader. And leaders are made. They are not born. You can become, every one of you become leader. And one more thing, Dr. Abdul Kalam, what he says, you see, don't cheat yourself. Be righteous. If you are righteous, then only courageousness will come. When you are righteousness in heart, there is, beauty in character. When there is beauty in character, there is harmony at home. When there is harmony at home, there is, peace in the nation. This is what Dr. Abdul Kalam is saying. Courageousness, you should not cheat yourself. You see, after all, you are all matured enough. We need not, give any advice or guidance or anything. You have to be on your own. You see what is best and what. And one more thing with this younger generation is, you see, we always take decision emotionally and try to justify it rationally. Emotionality and rationality will not come together. You see, whenever problem comes, you have to respond. Respond to it, not react. Not react. That is what going on. You see, last year, in newspaper, in Hindu, 1 lakh and above suicides among students. How many doctors we have lost? How many scientists we have lost? How many good politicians we have lost? And unfortunately, Andhra Pradesh takes number 1. Because everything is, we don't respond. What responsibility? Ability to respond is not the responsibility. We have to respond to the problem, not to react. Not to react. This is another thing with the younger generation. Be cool, be calm. And one more thing what Swami Vivekananda is telling is 3H formula. 3H formula. Head to think, heart to feel, and hands to work. Head to think, because this is a monkey. This is a monkey. Mind is a monkey. He was coming out a small story. One monkey is already a problem. It was, it's thirsty, no water available. Finally, it got the water bottle, opened it and drank. It is not the water, it is wine. So monkey, one problem, having wine, another problem. Then it was dancing and settled on the tree. One scorpion came and bit it at the back. So scorpion bit, third problem. Monkey having wine and scorpion bit. It was shouting with pain. One ghost was sleeping in the tree. It got angry and it went inside the monkey. So 4 problems. That is what our mind. That's what Swami Vivekananda says. You have to have the control of mind. Control of mind. Excellent, examples are there. Control of mind. One small, Dr. C.V. Raman, a great Nobel Prize winner. You must be knowing. Dr. C.V. Raman, those days in Bangalore, one day radio director, All India, those days no TV, nothing. So All India radio director went to him and he said that, Dr. Saab, please come to our radio station and you have to deliver a speech for the nation. Then he said, okay, I will come. Then what is the time? 5 to 6. Then he said, okay, no problem. Then he said, sir, 6 o'clock we have to definitely stop the speech. He said, why? He said, no sir, 6 o'clock we have to switch over to the national channel for Delhi news. Otherwise my job will be over, because Delhi news, those days are a very, very important thing. So you have to stop at 6 o'clock. He said, no problem, I will stop. Next day he came to radio station, he was received. He sat on the chair and he was knowing he used to have the turban and all. Then the radio director asked him, sir, what topic you want to, Dr. C.V. Raman asked him, what topic you want me to talk. You see, Nobel Prize winner asking a radio director, he was not prepared for this question. He said, sir, you talk about flowers. Then he said, okay. Then he removed his turban, kept it on the table, combed the hair, and then put a small pat here. Then again refixed the turban and started his speech exactly at 5 o'clock. A mannerism, C.V. Raman, when he talks, he will not open his eyes. He will be closing the eyes and going on talking and talking. So he was closing eyes and he was talking about flowers, Nobel Prize winner, he was talking about flowers, various petals, various natures and all those things. He was going on talking. 5:55, this radio director showed a red card, stating that your time is going to be up. But this person is not opening his eyes. And he got completely away. What is this? I'm showing the card. He is going on talking. 6 o'clock, I have to switch over. Otherwise, my job will be at stake. So why he cannot intervene also, because he is a Nobel Prize winner. So he was completely sweating and sweating. 5:55, 56, 57, 58, he is not at all opening. 59, he is not at all opening. Then 1 second, 2 seconds, 40 seconds, 59 seconds, Dr. C.V. Raman opened his eye and said, thank you very much. Then he got a sign of relief. Then after he ran to Dr. C.V. Raman, sir, I was showing the card, but you have not at all opening. I was complaining. He said, why you are sweating so much? Because of you only, sir. You have not opened your eyes, and I want to switch on to national channel at 6 o'clock. But but how you can finish it exactly? Then he is asked, have you noticed what I did before I start? yes sir, you removed your turban, then kept on your table, then you combed your hair, then you put it back. There you made a mistake. In the between, what I did is, I just gave a pat to my head. This is my antenna. I told my antenna, my talk is for 1 hour, I should close at 5:59. So at 5:59, my antenna said, time is over, so I closed my talk. Control of mind. Control of mind. This is what. You see, head to think, heart to feel. It's a very, very important thing. Heart to feel. You see, heart to feel is what? Somebody is suffering. At least you help them, but don't, have a joke on them. You see, somebody is suffering, you have to help them. Heart to feel. That is very important. You see, one small example I can tell. In Bangalore, there is one 5-star hotel, Narayan Kannan. This also you can go to Google and find out. You see, he is a chief chef in that hotel. 31st December, you know what will happen. All this dance, drama and everything. People are coming out. And after finishing everything, he also closed the kitchen and came out in the car. He saw a lunatic person, a madman. He is not taken food for 15 days. Hungry. He was just putting everything, all trash in his mouth. All trash, whatever. And he saw, Narayan Kannan saw it, and hard to feel. Then he went inside. Being a chief chef, he got 5 idli, one parcel and 2 Bisleri bottle, came out and gave this idli parcel to the lunatic person. And once he got the packet, this madman removed everything, opened the parcel and just swallowing idli because he was hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He finished. Then he opened 1 Bisleri bottle, drank. Second bottle also drank. Then he kept everything down and he opened his eyes and gave a small smile at Narayan Kannan. At that time, what he says, when he is he is smiling at me, I got a feeling that Tirupati Balaji is smiling at me. This is what? The heart to feel. He left the job and he has now opened a lunatic home in Madurai. We had been there and he came to Ramakrishna Math also. He is feeding more than 300 mad people through charity. Some people will just throw the plate, throw the rice. No problem. 300 people he is feeding. This we were not knowing. IB and CNN, they said, Hyderabadi fellows, there is a person like this in Bangalore, so he is doing like this charity and we are declaring him as the hero of the year. Narayan Kannan has been declared as hero of the year. This is what? Narayan Kannan. This is all the service. This is what required. Service to humanity. Jesus Christ, he is defining service in an excellent manner. What he says, many come, few are chosen, and you are the chosen few. This is what Jesus Christ says. Serve the nation, serve the Mother India. So my 15 minutes is over. And I have got, this is actually Ramakrishna Math, we have prepared this presentation for 2.5 hours. But since there is no time, some other time we will come and discuss. Okay? And my only request is, please take care of your mother and Mother India. That is more important. Okay? And one more thing I am telling you. This particular generation is having another privilege. What is that? You are all going to witness the 100th birthday of your mother, Mother India. 100th anniversary of our great nation after 30 years. Definitely I will not be there. I will be there, seeing you from there. Okay, kindly take care and do well. And being a HR professional, you see, HR is a great profession. You can predict machine, you can predict material, but human being, mashallah. Okay, that I was handling for 33 years. With this, I wish you all the best. Do well. Again, we will meet and come to Ramakrishna Math. And you must be going to IMAX, definitely. IMAX is this side and Ramakrishna Math is this side. So for a change, you can come here also. Okay? So, May God be with you. Dhanyam Dhanam Pasum Bahuputla Labam Sahasam Vastaram Dirghamayu. Namaskar. Two questions, one from this side and one from this side. Otherwise, we will do one thing. Can one person from this side can come here and tell something? At least for, 45 minutes I was talking, what they learned, what they observed, and what they are going to be. One person from this side and one person from this side. Who is this side first? Clap for him. Clap for him. This is what required, yeah. This is what. You see, Swamiji Vivekananda said, arise awake. You are not at all even getting out of your seat. So be ready. Be ready.
What a wonderful day it is. All the eminent personalities sitting here on the days and off the days. All my beloved faculty members sitting here and all my new friends. A warm good afternoon, everyone. I'm Pavan Prakash, and this session is something which is out of ordinary. To talk about this session, first I need to talk about the person who actually spoke for the few minutes, for the few couple of minutes, 45 minutes here. Sri Ganesh sir, thank you so on this as a token of recognition. I thank from the bottom of my heart, and I take the privilege and honor on behalf of everyone sitting here, on behalf of all the students of PGDM courses sitting here. Thank you so much for coming over here in spite of your busy schedules. Thanks a lot. And to start off with, human excellency can be achieved not in a single day. This is all I felt sitting in the audience when I'm listening to your speech. Sir, you really brought our inner thoughts before us and made our eye open throughout the session. Thank you so much, sir. And I believe in 4 attributes of wherever I go, which I keep as a pillars, as a backbone, which is respect, which is integrity, service, and excellence, which I call it as RISE. Yes, rise in nation, rise in the hearts of people, rise our skills. So, respect, integrity, service, and excellence, which when clubbed with each and every technical skills, with each and every management skills here, I think he will definitely become an efficient leader. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of you all. Thanks for your time. Sir, once again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much. Definitely, when I come to IMAX, I'll be definitely coming to Ramakrishna Math, visiting and meeting you once again. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
The first step towards transformation. This is the first step. Okay? So, that is what we always say. Your transformation can transform the nation. Why you ask a politician, why you say bureaucrats, why you say X, Y, Z? First, you get yourself transformed. Nation will once you get transformed, your family will be getting transformed, then your society, your community, and your state, and finally to the nation. So, that is what. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
But, sir, you know very well, all of us have our own style of talking, and it was not, certain things were not audible. But I'm sure they were inspired by several examples which you gave. Several examples. Please give sir another round of applause. That was the primary reason. I'm sure we have a galaxy of students over here. They know they would have come over here and students and what they want. Pertaining to what he said. But the key thing is you talked about value, education, character. I'm sure several of them will come to your institute of excellence, which is just very, very close to my house. And they will invite several of the values which you have articulated this afternoon. Thank you very much. Give sir another round of applause.
Mishra, I want to give this. I want to, give a small token of appreciation. Today is the app day. Swami Vivekananda has come to your campus. Great enterprise, boundless courage, tremendous energy, above all perfect obedience.
These are the only traits which will take you to glory. Okay, wish you all the best. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir, for such inspiring words. I'm sure all of you have a great deal to now sit up and ponder over. And as a token of appreciation and our deepest gratitude, I would request Pawan to kindly present a small memento. I request Dean sir to kindly do the honors. Can we please have a huge round of applause? Coming to the end of the session, we have a few very important announcements to be made by our beloved Dean sir.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Respected Director, respected Ganesh Saab, esteemed faculty members, students and parents, we have come to the close of this two-day orientation program. So first day we had a complete session explaining about the institute activities, various coordinators, dean, director, registrar, all administrative officer, all functionaries, center heads, and coordinated student affairs, examinations. Everyone have addressed and told you about the various activities of the institute. That was mainly to explain to the students and parents what the institute is. And today's program is exclusively for the industry people. Have a view of what we say sectoral panorama, we called it as. We invited industry people. So morning we had a session by Ms. Namrata, and she is from Reddy Labs, and then we had a session by Mr. Srikanth from Bank of New York Mellon, and we also had session by Srikanth Surampudi, and then we have session by Mr. Sri Ganesh Garu. Sir, thank you so much, Ganesh Garu, for your inspiring words. So our director has agreed to bring our students to the Ramakrishna Mutt. So all of you will be taken to the Ramakrishna Mutt in batch of 200 will be taken there. So lectures and meditation, whatever is the program on personal development offered by Ramakrishna Mutt, we'll have that program. So coming to, with this program, orientation program is over. From tomorrow onwards, we'll have classes for students. So PGDM program students will have classes in room number 1, 2, 3, 4. BAF students 5, 6, and IB students 7, and RM 8, and HRM 9. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. Thank you one and all. We thank all the parents and all the students.